Jellyfish is Tracy.
And Paul.
And we're talking about video games today.
Yes.
Because I couldn't decide on what video to film. Paul was like, why does it have to be magic? Let's talk about video games. That's what we're doing. So, let's be real here. We had to limit this because we have a lot of video games that we like. So we're only talking about a certain amount of videos in here, but we're gonna do these in the future because there's a lot of video games that we both play.
Yeah.
Kind of, this is like across consoles too.
Yes.
Yes, these are across consoles. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. One of my favorite video games that like no one knows is this game called Child of Light. Super awesome. It's on PC. It's on PlayStation 3. It's on like everything. So it's, you know, if you play a variety of things or you don't have a console, you can play Child of Light. Super, super awesome. You play as this like Princess Aurora, and it's like an RPG game, but it's like turn-based combat, which I feel like at first I was like, man, I don't know how I feel about different turn-based combat, but I really like it. You pick up these little like, I don't even know what they're, like shard things, and then you make like these gems and like make your weapon and attacks better and stuff like that. It's like a simple game. And it was only like 10 hours or so of gameplay, which super bummed me out because it was a lot of fun. But I would check it out. I'll list like the titles down below so you can check them out. So Child of Light was super, super awesome. My only complaint, and a lot of people's complaints with this game, was that it was too short. It was a way too short of a game.
That, and I think the ending came very suddenly.
Yes, I will agree.
But I think that's also partly because the devs, when they were working on it, said we didn't have time to really finish because they were under their publisher schedule and stuff, and so
gotcha.
And it is more of an indie level game. So.
It is. If you're into indie games, definitely check this game. And check this game out anyway. This game was one of the best games I've ever played. Super fun.
It is co-op, but only on one platform, and that was on the Wii. The second player gets to control the little fairy thing that follows.
I don't remember the name because it was a while ago that I've played this game, but I remember it being one of the best games. So that's it.
You very much enjoyed it.
I don't want to talk about it that much because I don't want to give away spoilers or anything if you haven't played it. So yeah, go.
Probably my favorite series of all time, I kind of went with series just because I can't pick individual games because I'm crazy, is the original Crash Bandicoot Trilogy. And that was a very much an old school platformer kind of game with an actual story, though, unlike all the old...
Sorry, I just put a pair of sweatpants away in the middle of the...
You're gonna cut that, right?
No, I'm not editing this. Never.
Nice. Alright.
Okay, sorry.
As I was saying, Crash Bandicoot. Old platforming game with an actual decent story. Problem with the original ones, because they were so very, very old, because these were back on the original PS1, is the first one, the controllers didn't have analog sticks, so you can only move with the D-pad. It's a problem when you're moving in 3 dimensions. Doesn't work very well. And the only way to save the game in the original Crash Bandicoot was to get to the bonus levels. And the bonus levels were ridiculously hard to get to. And so, you had to start over a lot.
That game sounds way too frustrating for me. I don't think I could do that.
Well, they're another company's remaking the games.
Really? Oh, cool.
And you will have autosaves and all those features, and the original game will actually work with analog sticks, which is the best thing ever because
you're excited for that.
Yes.
You're very excited.
I am very excited. It was a great game. I highly recommend it. And one of the other games I'm going to mention later is The Last of Us. They had an Easter egg where you got to play one of the original levels from Crash inside of that game.
That's really cool.
And I was super excited. I played that mini game probably 400 times, just reloading the save, just so I could keep playing it. It was fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I can't play that personally because I think that would I get really, really frustrated in video games. So if
really?
And I Paul knows this about me. So like, here's the deal:
that involves jumping.
Is I have patience for seventh graders, but put me in front of a video game where I have to like jump like from point A to point B and I can't do it and I try 20 times, I'm not playing the rest of the game. Like that is just, I don't have patience for that. Like, yeah, I can't do it. Maybe if they get remastered, like, and they do the, no, I still can't, okay, it's not for me. It's not for me, okay.
You can, maybe for one of your Try It Tuesday videos, you can play Crash and get about 5 minutes into the game and then say, no, I'm tired of jumping. Because there are 2 buttons, there's 3 controls. Your D-pad for movement, X to jump, square to spin. That's it. Those are the only buttons.
Okay, so leave a comment for me if you want me to try the Crash Bandit series whenever it comes out.
The answer
is
yes.
Watch me get really frustrated.
The answer is yes.
There was a Try It Tuesday that actually filmed, but I stopped filming it. Oh, it was Ori and the Blind Forest. I couldn't do it. I tried. I had like 20 minutes of footage and I could not do it because I could not jump. Anyways, we're not talking about negative things. Next on my list is this game called Dragon's Crown. This is a co-op game, and we're kind of experts on co-op games, I will say, because we've...
Experts is a very loose term,
Listen,
but sure.
bro. Here's the deal, is we look for co-op games frequently because a lot of games are like multiplayer, but it's like you're against each other, or like multiple, whatever. So it's like I don't want to be against you, I want to be on your team. So it's a hard time finding games that are not like MMOs basically for us, and Paul doesn't like MMOs, so
they're very grindy.
So the game, I don't know if I mentioned the title, but Dragon's Crown was one of my favorite games that we've played. I don't know if you really care for it that much, but it was fun. It was entertaining. It's a it kind of gets a little repetitive. Like, your goal is to, fight, like, these monsters. You can pick, like, from these different characters, and actually change the characters, if I remember correctly, in the middle of it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Hold on, maybe I'm making that up. But
you're mixing that up with,
a different game.
Fat Princess Adventure.
Oh, we need to talk about that. Okay, we need to do, like, part 2, 3, 4, because we have so many videos to talk about that game.
Yeah, you're thinking of Fat Princess, where you could switch between the 4 classes.
Never
mind.
That
one you couldn't switch your class, but it was a very similar vein.
Okay, yeah, but it was like, you could be like a sorceress, like, very typical, like, archetypes that they have in a lot of these games. And, you would go through these different, like, places, and you would replay the same place a couple times, which, some people may get bothered by that. You're in the same setting. It's a side-scrolling, like, you're moving from left to right, and you're destroying the monsters, but it's cool, it's like, you get those, and then you get, like, gold, and then you can upgrade your tools, and then, what I like about the game, I think one of my favorite things was, like, you'd get, like, these weapons, and it would be, like, random with what you'd get. So I think, like, I love surprises, so I thought it was, like, a super fun surprise, like, oh, cool, like, what do we get, when we do this? And, yeah, I thought it was really fun. It was a fun game that kept us entertained. We played it for a while, and there was, like, a lot of gameplay from what I remember of it. It wasn't,
I think we got that for free, too, because of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
How we found it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool game. I'll definitely, that was a while back. We played it, like, 2 years ago or something, but it was fun.
Something like...
Yeah, it was...
No, it could have been 2 years, because this was at my apartment. This was not at my parents' house.
No, it definitely was at your parents' house. Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, I lied.
Or maybe we started at my parents' house and then went to my apartment, so maybe it was 2 years ago.
It was a while back. Anyways,
either way, yeah.
Your turn.
Second game, Uncharted series. Plays Nate Drake. Last game, you get to be a pirate.
Wait, I like this game?
It's kind of a shooter adventure game, so if you don't like shooting people...
We can do it for a Try Tuesday.
I mean, it's not hard shooting, we just don't put it on a hard difficulty and you should be fine.
Okay.
But there's lots of explosions, you get to shoot people, it's fine. I won't spoil anything from any of the games, other than you get to hunt pirates in the 4th one, which was my favorite one, and the best one, probably. Because pirates.
Paul's pirate, which is in case you weren't aware.
Yeah, I have a giant banner. Have you done any videos from my apartment?
No.
Okay, then no, they wouldn't have seen the giant pirate flag on my wall.
Is that it?
Yeah, there's not much other than you have to play Uncharted. Okay. It's another great Naughty Dog game.
Okay, so I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't talk about The Sims 2. Now, even if I haven't played the game in a while... It's still...
Wow, you played it like a month ago.
No, I didn't. I haven't played it in a while. I have it on my computer.
Oh, you just asked me to re-put it on your computer.
Yes, I haven't played it in a while, but it's one of the games of my childhood. And let's be real here, I've tried Sims 3. Nope, not impressed. I don't even know if I've tried Sims 4, but I have no desire because Sims 2 was by far the best. Like, let's be completely honest here. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a game of my childhood. Like, it's a game that I remember, like, getting when I was, like, 10 or something and playing it on my computer.
Nostalgia factor.
It's definitely nostalgia. It really is. But, it's just super, it's like, okay, so my brother's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, Casey, like, she got, like, my mom got the Sims games for her one year, and she, like, laughed. She was like, they're so therapeutic, when you're a teacher and you're so stressed and, like, you're a million things, and you just get to chill, relax, be in this own little different world, like, it is therapeutic, so, You
get to control everything that happens.
Yeah, basically, so, it's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. I have a lot of fun, like, making my Sims lives really difficult. Like, I give them, like, 6 children, and then I'm just like, have fun! Like, they have, like, no money. It's great. That's what I like doing. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Third game I have is Last of Us, another Naughty Dog game. There's a theme. Yeah, the first 3 are Naughty Dog games. There are no more Naughty Dog games on my list. There's not really any more Naughty Dog games, that's why.
Next video. Check it out.
Well, no, there aren't any more. These are all the series. That's it. Those are the only 3 series done by. I mean, I guess I could mention Crash Team Racing, but that goes back to Crash.
Okay.
So Last of Us is the very dark post-zombie apocalypse, or beginning of zombie apocalypse. Just recently announced the sequel to this, where you get to play as one of the characters from the first one. That's in their trailer, so that's not really spoiling anything too much that hasn't already been announced. Very dark, very grim, very difficult on the hard difficulties.
Yes.
I got really annoyed with the game because I beat it on the hardest difficulty and I didn't get the trophy, and I'm like, well, that's just dumb. And so I put the game down. Every once in a while I'll go pick it up and play it a little bit again, because it's just... It's not so much a shooter like most shooter games where it's run and gun. It's much more... well, at least the way I played it. You can do kind of the run and gun on the lower difficulties, but on the hard difficulties you don't ever get ammo, and so it becomes very much a stealth survival game, which is a very different take on it. And yes, you do have to shoot your way sometimes, but sometimes it makes it much, much harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is a game series that Paul played, but I played it too, and that is the Dragon Age series. Now, I want to specifically note Dragon Age 2, because I feel like, with Inquisition, like, that's, like, when people think about Dragon Age, they think of Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know what it is with the second. I just always feel like a lot of times, like, the second, like, I like Sims 2 best, like, whatever.
Well,
so
aren't sequels usually the best in any set of movies?
Usually.
I mean, you have Episode 5 of Star Wars. Does that work for Toy Story? I don't remember what happened in 2.
2 is when they went, Jessie, that was her whole thing, where they are in the toy shop.
Okay.
Where Woody gets put into the
Definitely
shop.
doesn't work for Aladdin.
No.
Nobody talks about those movies.
No one talks about a lot of Disney sequels. Except, Toy Story's Pixar.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Dragon Age was super fun. I really liked it. I did not play the first one. I do think I want to play the first one at some point. I'll probably post a Try Tuesday on there.
That's old school RPG.
Yeah, but I liked the it's not that I didn't like the third. I just think that the second was just really, really the greatest. I like it because it's a game where I like games where you get to kind of design your character and you kind of get to pick, and like I'm kind of like a mage. That's kind of like my thing. I like casting spells. It's just what I like doing. So
cast fireball
or lightning bolts. Hit people for 3. So yeah, that's kind of like my style. So I like games that do that. So the Dragon Age series is definitely really awesome, and you can play that on PC definitely. And
PC, PS3, 360.
Okay.
I don't know if they made the conversions for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, are they coming out with Dragon Age 4 too? Is that a thing?
Or
have they stopped at 3?
We'll
We'll have to look that up at the end of the video if I don't forget. Okay, you go.
Next game I have is KOTOR, so Knights of the Old Republic. It is probably the quintessential console RPG game. I bought an Xbox solely to play KOTOR. It was worth it.
Such a nerd.
Yeah, and so are you.
Kinda.
Just not a Star Wars nerd.
Okay, relevant.
So yeah, this is your very, very much classic RPG, where it goes all the way to dice rolls for attacks and combat, so it's very, very similar to D&D-esque level RPG. The story is fantastic. It's I think each game is a minimum of, like, unless you try and sprint through the whole game, skipping all the side stuff, probably 20-30 hours each. And they always have some very, very mind-numbingly hard puzzles in them. The second one has the Towers of Hanoi puzzle, I believe, in it, which is a very famous puzzle. So if you like to get to some of the secret areas in there, you have to solve those puzzles, which are always interesting. And you get to be a Jedi or a Sith, so you can go choose light, dark side, and that affects the story. Things happen, cool. So it's a lot of fun. You get lightsabers. What more can I say?
Oh my gosh, when I was in Kohl's, I saw lightsabers and I thought of you. Oh, did I tell you I got my, we were picking out gifts for my cousin. This doesn't relate to this video, but, because if I don't tell you now, I'll forget. And I was like, we were picking out what to get him, and then I was like, oh, like, let's get him Rey's Nerf blaster. Like, it has, like, her symbol on it or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I suggested that, and I was like, let's get this. Okay, so the last game on the list is a favorite of both of ours. And if you've been watching my videos, I mention it a couple of times. That was Kingdom Hearts. I mean, let's be real here, like...
How long have we been waiting for 3 now? What is it, 8 years? almost a decade or
Well,
something
hold
like
on.
that.
I don't even remember when I played the. I don't even
Well,
remember
you played them much.
when I played them. I played them afterwards because when I discovered them.
You
I don't remember.
played the remastered versions at some point too, as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I played. I don't even remember actually. I don't know.
Did you play the original ones or did you play the
I think I
remastered
played the
ones?
original ones. I don't think I played.
I
the
have
remastered.
both.
But anyways, you know how
I'm gonna go look up when
a lot of people.
the second one came out.
Okay. Yeah, we're like a lot of people are really excited for 3. I'm super excited. I think that I don't know if I like one necessarily better than the other. A lot of people say that the first one's the best. I really think that the second gameplay played out.
December
Can we stop?
22nd, 2005.
It's 2016. It's 2016.
It's been 11
but
years.
you know what? I feel like a lot of people are really impatient about it, but I know that they're trying to make this game the best as they possibly can.
Well, I think part of the problem is they originally announced it like 4 E3s ago.
Yeah, and everyone's like, where is it? Like, you
like they teased it.
Like, they teased it.
4 years
and normally
ago.
when they tease it, it's like, hey, it comes out in like a year or a couple
Or
months.
2.
Or 2, and it's been 4.
At least.
There's
been a long
Square
Enix.
Enix is not watching this video, but if you are, I'm very unhappy that watching
I don't think it's going to make it go any faster. But yeah, they've been teasing it for a very long time.
Yeah, but I know in my heart... I know in my heart that they're gonna make this game as best they possibly can. Like, it's a game to me like that you can't rush it, you know what I mean? And it's one of those games that, like, when people talk about video games, I'm like, but have you played Kingdom Hearts? Like, that's one of those games.
No,
like,
there's a lot of
side games, and with the remaster, they've done those. And I have to say, I haven't played the side games because like a lot of them are for like the DS and stuff. I don't have a DS.
Well, they're all on the remastered.
Oh, well, they're all on the remastered.
I think.
The point. I think most of them are on the remastered. Because I think there's 3 games each on the remastered. But there's way more than 6 Kingdom Hearts
2 of them are only in story form. You don't actually play it. It's more of a movie.
Oh yeah.
But I think all of them story-wise are now on all the remastered
And when
versions.
people hear about Kingdom Hearts, they really hear about it for the story, and that's absolutely right. It's such a
I don't know how you can
story.
follow the story. It's a giant convoluted mess.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely a giant mess, but it's so entertaining. It's a game series that I'm definitely going to replay. And my whole thing is, I was like, oh, I want to replay Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 before the 3rd, but who knows when it's coming out.
Yeah, it might be 2020 by then. Which would be very disappointing, because that's 15 years. I just hope it doesn't get overhyped and everybody goes, yes, Kingdom Hearts, and then, everybody gets the nostalgia factor, and then it doesn't turn out. Everybody gets a little disappointed.
I don't think like that. I really do have hopes that they're making it as best as they possibly can, because there's all this anticipation for 2, and it took them a while between 1 and 2, right? 1 was...
it wasn't that long. It might have only been 3 years.
It must have been, I think it was 2001, actually, that the first Kingdom Hearts came out. I think the first one came out in 2001.
Date. It was 2002.
Oh, okay.
So it was 3 years between the first 2, and it's been 11 since that one.
I'm gonna laugh if it's something like super minor. They were like, well, we couldn't really get Sora's hair right, or like something like that.
I think it's the main developer whose name is slipping me. I want to say it's Kojima, but that's probably a different Nintendo or something. I feel like Kojima's Nintendo. Anyways, he's been working on other Final Fantasy projects and stuff, and then not on Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's another thing. I want to play more Final Fantasy games.
Which ones?
We'll figure that out. Wait, which one did I start where I could name them? Final Fantasy VII?
I don't remember.
I mean, for my character's Fiero. I remember that from Wicked.
I feel like you can name them in most of them.
Oh, okay. I think it was 7.
Or at least it was the side.
It was the side-scrolling one that it was like the old animation. I think it was 7 that I started.
That could be anything. That might even be 6.
It may have been 6. It may have been 6 or 7. I don't remember. But I named one of my characters.
I know you don't want to play 13-10-2 because that's the one with the real-time mechanic.
Oh, that would not work with my schedule because I.
Well, I mean, it only tracks time when you're actually playing the game.
Oh, yeah.
But
no. I remember
down
what you're saying.
Real world time.
Yeah, that's you. I can't play games on the limit like that.
I didn't particularly like that one. Yeah. It was. The time isn't really an issue. You have way more time than you need to do everything. Yeah. It's just sometimes it made certain days become incredibly like you just have to sprint across the map, and you bump into one person wrong, and you miss the gate and you get stuck in a place. And
right. Yeah, see, like, stuff like that to me that's not how I want to live my life in video games. I just want to roam around.
It's much harder to just go off and explore.
Yeah, I just want to explore. Like, that's what I really love about Kingdom Hearts, is you have this objective, but then you run around and you're collecting the Dalmatians, and you're collecting these chests that have random things in there. And
I think you should play KOTOR. I think you'd like it.
Alright, we'll see.
It's similar to Kingdom Hearts in that aspect, but it's Star Wars.
There's nothing ever. I don't think there's anything, in my opinion, I don't think there will ever be anything comparable to Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't think there's anything that's ever going to be on that. That's seriously how much I love this game. Like, there's nothing that's going to be on Kingdom Hearts level. Seriously, if you have not played this game, you need to.
If you can go find a PS2 or buy the remasters on PS3.
Yeah, buy the remaster once PS3. But, well, you know what? Here's hope that Kingdom Hearts 3 will be coming out relatively soon. It's coming out definitely for the PS4.
That's not even official yet.
I hate everything. And on that note...
And on that bombshell.
And on that horrific note, see you all later. Goodbye.